Today, I want to share something which I'm going to be honest with you and say that it might offend some people because I know certainly when it was said to me, I was offended by it. So I was speaking to a coach of mine a few years ago, and I was explaining to him why I had not achieved a particular goal. And I had all the things that I was telling him. I was very busy, I had family, the economy, things hadn't gone according to plan. And he listened. And then he said to me, okay, so have you thought about the fact that perhaps something that you need to add to that list of excuses that you're giving me about why you didn't achieve your goal is lack of self-discipline? Now, I'll tell you that I felt some kind of way when he said that, because in my mind, I was like, I'm very disciplined. I work hard. I get up early every day. I work late. I work long hours. How can you tell me that I am not self-disciplined? And we had a conversation about this. And this is what he said to me. He said, yeah, absolutely. You can be doing all the things and spending all the hours working. But are you actually disciplined when you're working? And what I mean by that, he said to me, is are you disciplined in terms of, are you working on the things you're supposed to be working on? And also, are you making sure that you are focused, that you're focusing on the right things? And it really gave me pause for thought. And I want to turn that question to you. Is the reason you haven't achieved your goals truly the reason that you're saying you haven't achieved your goals? Or is it because you lack self-discipline? You see, a lot of us are using excuses like time. Time's a big one that I hear all the time in my coaching. When I'm coaching people one-on-one, I hear I'm too busy. But the question is, are you just using that as an excuse? Or are you procrastinating and finding excuses instead of doing the things you know you should be doing? I heard an interesting term recently, which is called creative procrastination. I hadn't heard that term before, and I actually read it in a book. A friend of mine, Rory Vaden, has a great book called Procrastinate on Purpose. And he talks about how so many of us spend our time procrastinating creatively. Now, see, there's the type of procrastination where you know you're procrastinating. You're like, I gotta do this, but I'm just choosing not to do it. I'm choosing to engage in whatever, social media or watching Netflix. But then there's creative procrastination where you're busy, you're doing stuff, like your days are filled, you're exhausted, but you're not focusing on the right things because the right things that you really need to be focusing on are the challenging things. They're the hard things that no one wants to do. But here's something that I want to share with you. A friend of mine, Vitale Buford, shared a quote recently where she said that self-love is discipline. That discipline, self-discipline, is the highest form of self-love. And I really had to reflect on that because I truly believe that's true. Because when you love yourself enough to be committed to doing everything that needs to be done to ensure that you step into the life of your dreams, then that is self-love. Discipline is about doing the things you need to do when you need to do them so that you can do the things you want to do when you want to do them. Discipline truly is about creating freedom. Because if you're disciplined in doing the things that you need to do when you need to do them, that's what will create the life of freedom, the life that you aspire to. And so I just want you to pause this week and think about, are the excuses that you're giving for not achieving your goals true excuses? Or is it just an excuse for lacking self-discipline? And I want that to be something that you reflect on this week. And something else that I'd love for you to think about is one of the greatest reasons that I hear from people about why they don't have time to do the work that's required to follow their dreams is time. I don't have the time. I'm too busy. And what I'd encourage you to do is an exercise that I've been doing recently is auditing my time. And what that means is just consciously making note of where you're spending your time. Now, this one, I'm going to put an asterisk, important, important, important. This is not an opportunity for you to beat yourself up. This is not about you beating yourself up for the things that you maybe might not be supposed to be spending time on. This is about you using this as an opportunity to be aware of where you're spending your time. So it's a simple thing. All you need is a piece of paper, a notebook, and every day just track your time. Like when you go work out, or when you're cooking, or when you're on social media or the internet wasting time, make a note of it. And not from a place of judgment, but from a place of just observing where your time is going. And this isn't an exact science. This is not the 100-meter dash where you need to be tracking it in microseconds. This is just from about 7 till 8, I was doing XYZ, whatever it was. I was watching television. And so it literally is from a place of not judging yourself, but just creating awareness. Because you can't change things unless you're aware of them. And you can't do different unless you're aware of them. So track your time and then just look at your schedule and think about, okay, is the time I'm spending doing whatever it is, cooking, cleaning, whatever, is that more important to me than achieving my goals? And here's what you're aiming for. For those pockets of time where maybe you're not doing the most productive thing that you could be doing, it's an opportunity for you to think about, is this time that I could have been working on my goal? And here's what you want to do. Here's a simple thing that you want to do. If you can just find 1 hour in your day, every day, to work on your goal, think about that. At the end of the week, you'll have spent 7 hours working on whatever it is your dream. At the end of a month, you'll have worked for 30 hours on whatever your dream is. And think about that at the end of a year. You'll have spent a full 360 hours working on your dream just by 1 hour every single day. So let's all try and find that 1 hour where we can truly dedicate ourselves to working on our goals, truly be self-disciplined to find the time, to give ourselves a chance at creating the life that you are worthy of creating. I mentioned my friend Rory Vaden, and he has this quote which I want to share with you. He says that self-discipline is the simplest and fastest way to make life as easy as possible. It is the key to everything that you have ever dreamed of. So let's make it a great week, everybody. I wish you well. I hope that you are well. I hope you're taking great care of yourself. And let's focus this week on finding those pockets of time that allow us to spend even just a little bit of time working on our dreams.
Here's what I'd love to ask you as our community. So I want to know from you, who do you want me to have on the show? Who would you like me to interview? Who are some of the amazing women whose stories you would like for us to share on this platform? If you have any fantastic ideas, and even better, if you can connect me with them, please comment, leave your comment, or DM me and tell me who are some incredible stories I should be sharing on this platform. And the other ask that I have of you is for you to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook, and share. Please share. If you find any of our interviews inspiring, please share them with your friends and family.